Alright guys, Semphis here. We're just going to be watching a simple demo here. I believe he goes 41 and 15 in the ESL Rio qualifier. I've actually already done this demo once, and I lost it all because my disk space ran out, and it corrupted the file. So we're going to do two-parter, CT&T. So this will be CD side, and we're just kind of going to do something a little bit different, just determine how much impact he's had in the rounds that they win, and if he's baiting, if he's making the correct decisions, that kind of stuff. This isn't like a super in-depth analyst analysis of like every like intricacy of his gameplay. It's more like his overall impact, because a lot of people call s1mple baiters, say he plays for stats and that kind of stuff. So I want to see like each round. Was he playing for stats? Did he save because he had to? That kind of stuff. So here we go. Going in the pistol, so he gets dropped to CZ. He's got armor. This is actually a pretty good thing to do on nuke, just because if they do rush inner, there's a pretty good chance you're going to get two. Pretty easy to just mow him down coming out the HUD and stuff. They end up rushing ramp. He does a quick flank. Pretty much gets to it. Easy kills. If he was a little bit better, he would have got third. But pretty much anyone could got the kills that he got there. Not much to say about that round, really. The way that he flanked and how fast without really clearing anything, since I already watched this demo once, I kind of feel like they must swarm each other a little bit. So maybe there's some anti-stratting going on. I'm not sure. So here he's going to cross the left side of Big Garage, go for some scout picks. Misses a couple shots. Always in a spot to reposition. You'd have to hit a pretty nice 1D to actually kill him. So he's definitely going to fight. You know, when you're someone as skilled as s1mple, you know, you're going to take those shots. Like, look, 2 easy headshots. You know, he might miss a shot or two, but eventually you're playing with fire. Like, you're going to get burnt if you just keep repeaking him like that. So I mean, most players that you see, you know, they're gonna try to get kills on these rounds. If you play too passive, you can give people too much room. And plus, you know, when you're someone like, you know, skilled like Device, s1mple, Zywoo, these guys, you know, you don't have such good stats by like always just falling back. Like you're gonna take some battles, especially on ecos, try to get some kills. So here he's just going to try to stop the bomb plant. That's why you see him rushing here. This is a good decision, because you don't want to let someone get the bomb down for free. You don't want to let someone get the bomb down for free on an eco round like that. So definitely, you know, so far so good. They're going to double nade outsid. They know it's a full eco here. They're just going to challenge. You know, s1mple just second in line. You know. Two kills, him and Electronic. You know, could they have played more passive? Absolutely. There's not really a reason to do that, but, you know, they know they're full ecos. They're just going to mow him down, get those eeks. Here's going to go for an outside pick. He sees a glimpse of that guy's hand and repeaks him. I don't know. That guy's kind of playing a little bit crazy there, in my opinion. I'm not sure exactly what their strat was, but as soon as he gets that kill, you're going to see that s1mple kind of relocates to ramp. Easy kill, gets one, takes a step in the fire, can't stay there for too long, has to back off. He always takes these pop shots through this wall. You'll see him do that a lot. Just hoping for like a lucky connect. You know, I'm not sure exactly what the strat was for the tease, but you know, you don't dry peek outside. Maybe he thought s1mple was going to keep the M4, because he does do that sometimes, so he won't op right away. But since Electronic died, he just gave Electronic the M4 and got dropped off. Now, right here, like that shot right here, and the next kill that you're going to see him get, this is why s1mple's so good, you know, because these shots, you might not see them and think they're anything super special, but the fact that he hits them like almost every time, it's what separates him from the best, because, you know, it's not that hard to kind of miss. Like, no one will fault that kill if he missed the guy's head on the stairs, you know? And no one would have faulted him if that guy Silo got into the door, like the last kill, because, you know, that it's kind of a weird angle. The guy's running, you know, it would be easy just to miss. And I don't think anyone would be like noob or anything. It would just be like, oh man, the guy got away. It was a hard shot. But he hits those, and he wins the rounds. So far, every round they've won, he's had a pretty decent impact in. So this is a pretty default spot for oppers. If you don't know why he throws the HE grenade, he throws that nade in case they try to vent bomb. If you run out the squeaky and try to get down the vent, you'll get hit by that nade, slowed down, and then the mini player can just spray you through the smoke if it's there and kill you. He saw one person go down. He does this a lot. He won't over rotate. He'll stay out here, make sure no one can kind of creep out, and then he'll decide if he wants to move towards heaven, or sometimes he'll go off ramp. It depends, but for the most part, he sticks around heaven. Gets smoked off here. Was hoping there was a little gap. Couldn't see anything. Takes a Randy pop shot into the smoke. Falls back. Now he's just kind of scanning outside. You always have to be careful of outside. Okay, like there's always a chance someone's lurking, so you always have to go and re-clear that. Make sure no one's kind of, snuck up on you. It's very possible that you get killed if the timings are off too. Like if the other guy gets like a lucky timing, he can just shoot you in the side of the head. So here he just has to save. There was really nothing he could do. They went ramp, they smoked him off. He wasn't like deep outside. He couldn't rotate secret in time. He couldn't go down the vents fast. He's not going to run through the smoke at ramp. So, he's 12-1. But you might be like, oh well, he's 12-1. Why doesn't he get some X or something? Well, no one on his team has any money. So if they want to buy next round, which they will, he can drop 2 guns and have an op, and they can have a pretty decent buy. Any buy with 2 rifles on CT and an op is a fair chance to win the round, in my opinion. So he saves there. Now anyone that doesn't save in this situation is a moron. So that's a smart play by him. So here he's going to go kind of prod outside again, look towards Twinkie, just holding an off angle. Again, these are nothing like there's no revolutionary plays that you're going to see. Those jumps that people do versus him, dude, it's simple, man. You got to be more careful when you play versus this guy. You can't give him picks like that. Like, he'll hit those. Like, that guy's fortunate to be alive. Rotates towards ramp. He's more of a ramp rotator than an outside player. Like, if you look, a lot of times Electronic will be down here. s1mple's main job is just to make sure that they don't sneak into heaven. So as long as he can be back here to kind of clear from the window, make sure no one's actually actively pushing up, he can be more towards ramp, and then heaven if they do an inner hit. Electronic will play outside a lot, so they'll have sometimes Electronic will get that and s1mple will go lower. But for the most part, I see him play pretty similarly on most rounds. So here he just kind of gambles. I don't really think they have any perfect information. Like, no one pushed lobby or anything. He didn't see everyone go down. They know they did wall. I don't know if they heard steps or something, but there's no reason. I shouldn't say there's no reason, because there's definitely like a good chance they're down here, but he's kind of just like making an educated guess here. Time's really low, 20 seconds left, so now he's kind of worried. He's like, are they coming from ramp? Is there a lurker? Where are they coming from? He hasn't really seen anything. So 10 seconds hit. Here comes the execute kind of late. He gets mullied off, but with the time so low, he just kind of steps in that flame, gets the kill, randomly shoots someone through the smoke, and that's pretty much the round. Like, I think the tease just took too long. He would probably have been less likely to tank that molly if there was 30 or 40 seconds left. But, Electronic did a good job delaying them, and they took so long to actually get down, so. Again, a lot of these shots look really easy, but the thing is, if you run through this fire, right, there's fire here, you run through here, even though that's an easy shot, everyone misses those easy shots. Sometimes you miss that, you're dead. Maybe he doesn't get 2, maybe you lose a round, right? So far, every round that they've won, he's had like 2 kills, 3 kills on those rounds. So here, Electronic's going aggressive. He's going to flash him out there. Electronic pushes all the way up, gets killed. Not a bad play. It's one of those things that, like, it just, it can work. It's definitely not stupid, but it is at 5-1, maybe unnecessary. Like, the thing that I don't necessarily like about the push is that Navi's money's not so great. I actually like things like that. I think they're good, but let's 5v4 right now. If Navi loses this round, they're in a bad money position. So their outside player dies. They do kind of a fake upper, and now they're going to lower. s1mple's waiting down here, though, so bam, nice shot, sees the arm. The thing you'll notice about s1mple is he's very patient. He doesn't accidentally shoot very often when people toss him jiggles. Now, if you're an opper and you're watching this, if you get really good at not shooting people's jiggle peeks, you're gonna get way more kills. Because when people jiggle you, a lot of people, I think they get scared. They think they get seen. They don't actually see you. No one doing a proper jiggle peek can actually see you when they do them. They're just trying to bait out your shot. So now he's got to go all the way, and anyone that's an opera having little routes, so this is something s1mple likes to do in other demos. You see it. He likes to flank ramp if he can come through here, because going through heaven's a lot harder on a retake than just flanking towards hut. So he peeks it, easy shot, pretty nice though. Like, it's really fast. Now he just kind of takes his pistol out. He's hoping the guy's back silo. Dexter kind of holds. I actually like that Dexter did that, because when you hold for s1mple, you have advantage. You know exactly where he's coming from. Squeaky door's closed, whatever. You have the advantage. Now, if he tucks in here and hides, s1mple, once he knows that he's not silo, he knows he's pretty much only going to be coming through the from the squeaky side or for the hut. So he can just tap the bomb and wait for this shot, and it's not that hard of a shot. So I think he actually he had a pretty good chance of losing the round if he just played like a pussy. So I kind of like that he did that. So it's just kind of holding for the jump. Notice how s1mple doesn't stick around too long. A lot of people, they'll stay there for too long, get shot from Twinkie. Like, stay there too long, they'll do a booster. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just kind of, he peeks something. If you fuck up, he takes the shot. Hopefully he kills you, falls back. He's always moving. He doesn't stay around here. It's not like he's big garage for a minute and a half looking for kills. So, holding for the jump again. Falls back. Inner execute again by these guys. This is the sad life of an opper. You just get stuck behind these smokes a lot, and there's not really a good way to go. Like, I don't really like rotating heaven late. Like, obviously if they're there early. Now again, you know, do I think he stayed around in big garage a little bit too long? I do. I do think he stayed there. I think if he was closer to heaven, they probably could have won this round. So as much as I'm not going to say that's like a mistake, because obviously his job is to watch outside, he probably just wanted to change it up. Normally he's not in big garage for that long. Like I just said, he doesn't stay in big garage for like a minute and a half, and then he does it and they lose the round. That's kind of why when you're big garage, you're so far from everything. So if they go ramp or they go inner, you're just a lot further than if you're near heaven. You can kind of go top and you can support your teammates. So he saves, goes in kind of a weird spot, gets an exit frag. Some people are like, well, Jame, exit frag, but like saving in more unconventional spots where you're still relatively safe is pretty smart, in my opinion. So here he's heaven, watches the front of silo, and here, you know, could he have peeked out on the left side and shot? Sure, but I think the logic was he probably said like to his teammates, I'm holding the right side of silo, so they only have to focus on the left. Like, they don't have to worry about their right. Sometimes in Counter-Strike, you have to trust in your teammates. So if he trusted them to hold the left and they trust him to hold the right, someone peeks on the right, he got the kill. If they would have killed the left people, they have a decent chance of stopping that hit. So I'm pretty sure that's the logic, but I could be wrong. So yeah, again, just save round. It was pretty much an eco, so. So now we're into like a forced buy. He's got a deagle. There's not really a great spot to go when you have a deagle. He's 19-2 at this point, which is kind of crazy. Not really a great spot to go with a deagle on this map as like the ramp rotator guy. You're not. It's pretty unlikely that you're gonna one deag someone like across the whole map when they have an op posted on you and stuff. So he's got to be careful. Like even spotting outside is pretty risky for him. Like he'll get killed. So I think he's like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna get boosted ramp. If they come here, maybe we could have a crossfire, get some kills. It's kind of a gamble in this round. You know, him and Flame are just gonna hope they come late ramp. They do a pretty good boost to kill electronic, and now they have lower pretty fast. Flamey can't get there in time. This round's over. s1mple just staying up here, and now here's where you could maybe make the case that he's just kind of playing for kills, but they're not really gonna win this round. You know, like he gambled with Flamey that they were gonna come heavy ramp. It didn't pan out, so he's just kind of chill. You know, he's got armor, deagle. A lot of people don't understand there's not really a reason to just go and die for no reason. on these rounds. Like, you still have armor. You can bring this Deagle and the armor into the next round. Like, so what he's doing here, where he's just gonna like try and get that kill and save the gun, it's actually a lot smarter than just like mindlessly going for a 3v5 retake. That's very unlikely to happen. So saves the AK, and now they kind of do like a small light buy. Dexter goes for a pick of the door. Pretty easy kill him. Boom. s1mple's the only one with a gun, so it's kind of like a hero play, honestly, if they win this round. So he's just kind of spotting outside, falling back. He's going to go heaven. Like I said, he's mostly kind of like a ramp rotator heaven player. Now he drops down. If you drop down, basically that's like you saying, I'm committing to inner. There's not an easy way to get back to heaven, so you're pretty much now an inner player. Obviously you can rotate down the vent, but it's definitely a gamble to full drop there. But it's a 4v5, so again, you just gotta kind of like hope you get a little bit lucky, I think, on these rounds. He's only with a gun, so he's just hoping. So Electronics kind of re-clearing lower. Now, if you notice, s1mple doesn't just run around the map. It's not like people on his teammates die. Like, when his teammates die, he doesn't just run and try to rotate instantly, if you notice. He's always careful that if anyone's lurking, anyone's coming back to the other side, he's not going to get caught off guard. Silvertown's down the vent, meets up with Electronic. This is a round they probably shouldn't even try to go for, to be honest. There's like a pretty much a 0% chance they win this round. It's just... you see, what a lot of good players will do is they'll go and see if they can find someone fucking up. So if he would have came down and a dude ran in that door and he kills him, and then Electronic like fights someone and gets killed, then they go for it. But they didn't see anyone. No one screwed up on the tees, so now they just go and save. Like, that's pretty much the best way you can go for a 3v4, like a 4v5 when you're a CT, is just kind of hang out near the outskirts of the bomb site, see if someone fucks up, gives you a kill they shouldn't have, or maybe you hit a nice shot, you know, and then go for it from there. But don't actually plan on committing to go for it, because you're just throwing guns away. And when the half is this close, like it is, you can't afford to just be throwing guns away. So now he goes all the way towards secret. He doesn't do the. He definitely goes secret, but he's not down here. Like I feel like Kenny S is like on these stairs a lot more often. Saw that guy's head. Tried to go for the peek. Maybe a little bit greedy. I'm not sure I like the re-peek once he knew he's there, but you know, he's also 20-2, so he's just feeling it. Right off that kill, they just kind of rush ramp. Obviously that they were going to go 4-1 ramp regardless of if that guy got a kill or not. I'm pretty sure the logic of the tease was they're going to put this opera up here. He's going to post on secret, so if Electronic or s1mple comes up, he kills him, which they did. And if his teammates 4-1 ramp and they cause a big enough distraction, you sometimes will pull this Opper, try to rotate down here, or sometimes the mini guy will cross and try to rotate secret, and then the Opper will just get a free kill on him. So I'm pretty sure that's what that guy was going to do, and then he was going to late flank, or I mean, obviously he can go lobby to ramp, down the vent, you know, he can go secret, a bunch of different places he can go, but he probably has a better chance out there with an op than he does ramp. Like, the ramp shots are kind of weird with an op. Opping on nuke T side is just not that good in general. You'll see that on s1mple's T side is he doesn't op that much, and I don't recommend opping a lot on T side nuke. It's better to be able to buy rifles. You're more versatile with a rifle, and the op is really, there's not a ton of shots to go for. So obviously if you could make it work and you're like a determinate, like you're owning, then keep doing what you're doing. There's always exceptions, but for the most part, if your rifles are somewhat good, you should practice that. So he runs in the fire. Pretty lucky to live there, honestly. If he even got tagged by one bullet, he goes for like he notices like he can kind of lurk this gap, so he's just kind of hoping that someone screws up. They don't know there's a gap in the smoke or whatever. They try to cross over, or screw up, and then he'll just, you know, get a little no scope. So now he just falls back. He's got 12 health. There's not much he can do here, really. He just kind of got to wait for his teammates. And they're going to gather up and go secret together. And this round's pretty much on the other two. Like, when you have 12 health and an op, I mean, his patience pays off, but, you know, if he didn't get that kill, it's pretty much he just waits. He waits, and then he goes late. And now both his teammates are dead. There's, like, again, this is one of those rounds, like, there's not much he could have done here. It's pretty much all on his teammates, you know, like, he rotated ramp, Flamey dies, he tries to run into Molly, doesn't get a kill, almost dies, then he holds under ladder. He's pretty fortunate to get the kill on the guy coming up the ramp, but again, it's a 3v3, and after the kill, his teammates both die, so as an opper, a lot of what you do is determined based off of your riflers. You aren't going to be the first one to make contact. You're not the first one to be scaling in and tapping the bomb, you know, so you have to kind of wait a lot of the time, and that's why you'll see people like s1mple and Jame and Device save a lot, because you can usually tell from the back line when a round's going to go your way or not. Sometimes it can look like you're baiting. Now, his save spot... Whoa, I hit the DPI button on my mouse. The save spot where he's right here, that's just cocky by him. He should have just gone and hard saved it. I mean, he could have had an op on this round, and... he's 21-4. You know, his aim is definitely like on, so he would be better off just having the gun in this round. But you know, hindsight's 20/20. He dies. Now he's Deegan. Same thing. Looks like he's just boosting this corner. I don't know if this is an anti-strat because they seem to go ramp a lot, or he just likes being here when he doesn't have a weapon. Either way, he's here again. They come ramp. Flamey gets a 1 dig. Pretty fast trade by Finnegan. Honestly, he definitely could have got a kill, and if that guy didn't trade him instantly, it would have been a lot harder for the T's to get out there. But now they're in a pretty bad position. You know, that guy's got 6 health, and there's not much I don't think they're going to be able to do in this round unless they hit some really nice shots. Flamey's also one of those guys that's really good at ramp. Oh no, that's just kind of a that's a failure. Okay, so they're probably going to win this round now. They shouldn't have won that round, but they do. So last round of the half, this is a pretty important round because on Nuke, you know, it's obviously a CT-sided map, but none of these things are like set in stone. You know, you win a T-pistol, you win a first gun round, you go up 5-0, and you can turn any half into a T-side or CT-side depending on like the start of your game. But it just feels so much better to have 6 rounds. It feels like, you know, you win pistol and you don't get decoded, and it's like 9-9, then it's like a game. It's just a little bit easier, you know. Obviously, it's probably a mental thing. It's just a round, but, you know, they're going to be wanting this one, like, really bad. So s1mple goes heaven, kind of just holding for the rush. A lot of oppers do this, like Poison, Automatic, those type of people. Like, a lot of people are up around this heaven a lot. It's becoming more and more common for oppers. Drops down. Again, like, it's pretty much the same shit. Like, you know, like, I feel like a lot of people think he goes for, like, a lot of crazy picks and a lot of like, he doesn't really. Like, yeah, he prods outside, but for the most part, he plays pretty safe. Yeah, he ran into Molly once or twice. One time it paid off, one time it kind of didn't. Like, he didn't die because of it, but it didn't work either. So, here they do some outside smokes. You'll notice he doesn't take a lot of shots through the smoke. Like, some people will just unleash. I don't think he wants them to know where he is. So he doesn't take random spams, I've noticed. So rotates up to heaven, drops down, commits. I really like dropping as an opper. Like, if you're an op and you stay in the heaven and they're coming out, that shot to crack the guy in the heaven is a lot easier than if you are fighting the opera on the bottom. Like, I rather fight the opera peeking me from heaven than behind silo any day of the week. So we're gonna stop there. And so that's part one, guys. So that's CT side. And as we see, there's, you know, pretty much every round they won, he got like two-ish kills minimum. Um, could he have won them some other rounds? I don't really think so. There wasn't like a lot that he could have done. Um, Most of the time he got smoked off. His teammates died somewhere else and kind of let them funnel in, and then he just was on retakes or in unwinnable 2v4s, 3v5s, that kind of thing. So I don't really think he did anything wrong on CT. Obviously, he barely died, 22 and 5, but yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like I don't there's just not much he really could have done with an op. Maybe the one round that he gave up the gun when he should have saved it, that's a mistake. But other than that, I mean, he pretty much played how you're supposed to as an opper, and that's the kind of stuff that you'll see happen to oppers. Is sometimes, now imagine he didn't have a good start. He didn't go up like 12-0. He didn't get those ecos and stuff. There's a world in where this half he could easily have gone like 6-12 in this half because his teammates died and he didn't get the early. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes people give oppers too of a hard a time where there's not a lot you can do sometimes. Like on a lot of the rounds, I wouldn't blame him personally. But anyways, that's part one.